So another big migration update hot off the press. So for a lot of visas, including your 189, 190, your permanent visas, there's a health requirement, which usually is called PIC 4005 and PIC 4007. And you have to meet those requirements, so you need to pass the health test. However, if you had a child who was born in Australia and was ordinarily a resident in Australia, they are not required to satisfy that they're free from a condition or disease which would require healthcare and community services. Previously, this would be a big issue if the cost of those healthcare services was a significant cost to the Australian community. So what this means, if you're applying for a visa and 4005 and 4007 applies, however, your child was born in Australia, they will not be disadvantaged for the grant of this visa just because they have a condition or a disability. I'm still getting a lot of questions about the CSOL list. So there is this new migration occupation list that has been released, and mainly it's in relation to the skills in demand visa that's set to be announced in November or December. So there'll be 3 pathways: the essential skills pathway, the core skills pathway, and the specialist skills pathway. They will all be temporary visas with different requirements with pathways of permanent residency. You should be granted a visa for up to 4 years, and although we're not entirely sure of the occupations that will be available, you can use this CSOL list as a guide. And the most interesting part is a confident off list. So you'll see that there are occupations that are not on here that are currently on the occupation list for, say, the 482. What we're advising clients is, if you're thinking about employer sponsorship and your occupation is not on the CSOL list or its confident off list, maybe it's time to speak to your employer now to lodge a 482 application for you before the changes come in. Because we really don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of months. So I'd say definitely have a conversation with them and see if they can get the application lodged for you. Here are 3 things you need to know about the 186 visa under the temporary residence transition stream. Now do note, this is different to the direct entry stream. So you can apply for this visa if you have previously held a 482 visa for 2 out of the last 3 years. Now previously, this was only available to 482 visa holders with an occupation on the medium-term occupation list. However, that's changed and it's open to all 482 visa holders, whether your occupation is on the regional occupation list or under labour agreement. You can include your dependents on this visa, for example, your spouse and your children. And from our experience lately, the processing time is around 3 to 9 months.